Boxing Truth here, back with another video. Make sure to smash that like button, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright. Manny Pacquiao, Errol Spence Jr. Man, the sound of that got Boxing Truth shadow boxing. When this fight was announced and it was posted, I was actually, excited. It was the best announcement of the year so far in boxing, especially after many fights falling through between Pacquiao and Fury Joshua, other fights, and we were just waiting on, seemed like forever, for a big announcement. Finally, we got one, man. This is the fight that I've been wanting to see. One of the fights on my bucket list for boxing. I think it was the best fight for Manny, for possibly his final fight of his career at 42. I felt the Crawford fight was more dangerous for Manny Pacquiao. This fight is still dangerous for Pacquiao. He'll be coming off a 2-year layoff. 42 years old, almost 43, but he's fighting a vulnerable, inactive, coming off a bad performance Errol Spence. And this is the line that they're giving you to start out with. I've never seen Manny Pacquiao this big of an underdog in his entire career, possibly since the first Barrera fight. He's been this high of an underdog. And he's never been this heavily. He's never been a heavy underdog ever since. The Barrera fight was probably the only time you could have gotten Manny Pacquiao at plus 300 odds. But the casino is, I feel overrating Errol Spence. He definitely should be the favorite. He's the younger, fresher guy, bigger guy. But this is Manny Pacquiao. This is not a guy you really should bet against. He is still a top fighter, still an elite fighter, but of course the 2-year inactivity, the age, but it's still an intriguing fight because there's still a lot of question marks surrounding Errol Spence. Is he fully 100%? Is he fully fit? I think it's a bad style matchup for Spence. He has trouble dealing with guys that are creative with their footwork, have creative angles. That's how Spence lost to the amateurs, guys with just better feet, quicker feet than him. And Manny Pacquiao has the footwork, has the speed, has the experience, and he's feeling good, man. He's full of himself while coming off the win over Keith Thurman, whooping his ass, beat the shit out of Thurman. And I got a hunch Manny Pacquiao gonna beat the shit out of Errol Spence, especially if that's the best we're gonna get of Errol Spence compared to his last fight. If that's the version that shows up against Manny Pacquiao, Pacquiao's gonna pull it off, bro. That Spence ain't gonna beat Manny Pacquiao. I don't care how old Manny is. The thing is, though, Spence hasn't really shown me in his career thus far that he's great. I mean, how great is he? I don't know. Could have knocked out a lightweight. Barely beat Sean Porter. And I thought he lost the Danny Garcia fight. I know a lot of people disagree, but I've watched that fight a couple of times. Cut out the sound, cut out the bias of the commentators, and I felt Danny deserved the decision. But of course he was going to get the decision because Spence is the moneymaker for PBC. He is the undefeated unified champion, and this is going to be a huge fight, man. Huge fight in Las Vegas, possibly at Allegiant Stadium. Huge crowd. It's one of the best fights that can be made in the welterweight division and all of boxing. Truly excited for this fight, man. It was a good feeling, man, to actually feel excited about a fight, because this is one of the fights that I've been wanting to see, and now it's finally happening. And it was perfect how it was presented, man. There was only really one small report that this fight was being negotiated. It was revealed by Mike Hoppinger, I believed, that there was, or somebody else, I don't remember the exact source, but that was the only small report that they had, and no one really took it seriously, and you didn't hear about it again until Manny Pacquiao dropped his bombshell of an announcement. That's how a fight's supposed to be negotiated. No fucking constant interviews of the fight's gonna be done, constant progress of negotiations. This is how it's supposed to be done, man. We just hear one small report, we don't hear about it ever again for weeks, and then when you don't hear anything, that's good news. And that's how this fight got materialized, man. They did it very quietly, under wraps, and in the correct way, man. Not like the jerk off negotiations between Fury and Joshua. I mean, that shit was a joke. How it was constantly getting reported. And midway through, I had a bad feeling that that shit wasn't gonna happen. But this is how you conduct business. You know, keep it off social media. Stop talking so much shit. Just get the fucking fight done. Get the paperwork done. I don't give a shit about the progress and negotiations. Just fucking announce the fight. And this is how they did it. PBC did it the right way. Kept it quiet. Kept it on the wraps. And now we got the biggest fight of the year announced and going down on August 21st, 2021 in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's a legendary fight. It's a legacy-defining fight for Errol Spence. And this is going to be the icing on the cake for Manny Pacquiao if he can pull this off, man. It'll be considered one of his greatest victories if he can pull this off, especially at his age. Spence does have physical advantage in terms of size and reach, but Manny has proven time and time again that reach, size, and strength does not bother this cat, man. He knows how to cut the distance. He knows how to get inside. He knows how to land his lightning left hand on everybody. And he has one of the very best jabs in boxing. And he's one of the most smartest, better defensive master boxers in the game right now. Manny is a complete fighter. Still definitely a danger in this fight. The 2-year layoff, the age, the physicality that Spence is going to try to enforce in this fight. But it's the perfect style for Manny. It'll be a great opportunity to showcase his talent, his skills at his age, and it's the perfect style matchup for him, man. Spence is gonna come at him, try to fuck him up, try to go to the body, and that's just gonna present a lot of opportunities for Pacquiao to capitalize on on the mistakes that Spence makes in that ring. It's a great fight, man. Someone's gonna get hurt, someone's gonna get knocked out probably, or beat up. It's going to be a physically taxing fight, and most likely this will be Manny Pacquiao's last fight. Win or lose, he's a legend, the GOAT, the best ever, going out how a true champion and legendary fighter should go out, by taking on one of the biggest challenges in the welterweight division. Man, what a fight. Cannot wait. Let me know who you got. You already know who I'm rolling with. I'm taking Manny Pacquiao at those odds. Are you kidding me? I don't give a fuck. He's 42. Spence is going to have to show a much stronger version than he did in his last fight, even to defeat an aging Manny Pacquiao. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.